Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Would somebody approve action 1.02 to approve the agenda?
Move it. Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 5-0-0. In the event of an emergency and we need to evacuate the building, we have 2 points of exit out of our room. Go to the closest door and move as far away from the building as possible. Would you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So there has been a change to the agenda.
Yes.
Okay. You have a couple of changes.
We've added 1.05 to enter into executive session at the beginning of the meeting. Also added 5.03 to approve Phase 5 award bid withdrawal requests, and added 5.04 to approve Phase 5 award bid for mechanical contract.
Okay. So we will be moving into executive session. This is resolved that Mr. Lawrence has asked to enter executive session to discuss the employment history of a particular person or corporation, or the medical, financial, or credit history of a particular person or corporation, or matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation. And I have somebody move that, please.
Move it.
Second. Fallon and Lori?
Fallon and Lori.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 5-0-0. We will be back shortly. Welcome back. Thank you for waiting. We are going to move on to our next portion of the meeting, which is our public forum. And we have two community members who are signed up to speak with us this evening. Just to keep in mind that you have 3 minutes. Mrs. Trude will be setting our timer, and you can address us in those 3 minutes. We're going to start with Josephine Smith.
Hello, members of the Board of Education. My name is Josephine Smith, and I'm a junior at G. Ray Bodley High School. I'm a member of Club America here on behalf of many of my fellow students who seek your approval to open a chapter of this club at our high school. We have provided a packet with more information on our club and attached the Equal Access Act. Club America is categorized as a nonpartisan 501c3 nonprofit organization that does not endorse political parties or candidates. We will discuss conservative principles such as the First Amendment, honoring veterans, registering to vote, and small government at our meetings. Our club is a high school program which was started by Charlie Kirk, who founded Turning Point USA. Club America isn't about preaching or dividing students. It's about empowering free-thinking students like us to champion the core values of America. It is important to note that conservative principles are traditional values that America was founded on, and not a political ideology. I've heard from fellow students and community members that this club is only for certain students with certain opinions and that we are not inclusive. However, I can tell you that this is false. Anyone and everyone is welcome to our club. And if they are not interested in the activities we are doing, they do not have to come, but we are open to everyone and would love if everyone could come. Our agenda, which has been provided, consists of introducing the topics that we will be talking about for that first meeting. For example, the First Amendment. Then we will be showing a video on that topic and allowing for an open discussion and Q&A at the end. I would also love to let you know that we have 45 students interested in our club as of right now. This club is not a political party, it's a launchpad for young leaders like us who want to make a difference in our community. Club America will give us a safe space to discuss those views openly without fear of retaliation for our own individual beliefs. It teaches us to disagree respectfully, back up our points with facts, and listen to others who have different opinions in ways that we have not been allowed ourselves. And I know some of you might be concerned if this club is too political. However, we are nonpartisan, which means all are welcome to come and share their opinions. It's also important to know that every club has a worldview that fuels it. The Coexist Club dives into many topics, like the BLM and LGBTQ movements at our school. Club America just focuses on conservative principles that are baked into our nation's DNA, whether it be the Declaration of Independence, the U.S. Constitution, or the Bill of Rights. Denying us would violate the principles of viewpoint neutrality that the Supreme Court has upheld time and time again, and would even go against the Equal Access Act, which says that if schools have previously allowed any student-led non-curricular club to operate, like chess club or drama club, it must approve other student-led clubs, such as political or religious organizations, on the same conditions. This was upheld in the Tinker versus Des Moines case. And yes, this case also talks about disruptions in our school, but we have not done anything to create a disturbance. We were simply exercising our First Amendment rights by advertising our club with posters that were ripped down by multiple groups of students. We are asking you to fulfill your duties as board members to allow us to have our club as you are required to do under the Equal Access Act and give our club equal treatment. As members of the Board of Education, it is your job to uphold this expectation for all clubs, and I hope you will. If we're truly preparing students for the real world where ideas clash every single day, we need to be able to practice that here under your guidance. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for joining us. Okay, Mila, I'm just going to ask you to say your last name.
Tazek.
Okay.
Polish.
I did not want to butcher your last name, so I wanted to ask. So, welcome.
Thank you very much. As I already said, my name is Milo Tazek, and I am the president and founder of the Club America chapter at Central Square High School. And I would like to bring you some facts and some real-life examples of how our club has grown the high school at Central Square, because we are already growing at CNS High School, we are at FM, we are in Mexico, and we're all the way out through Rochester and Buffalo and all across the nation. We actually already have 12,000 chapters across the nation, 14,000 students enrolled in those. And in this club, we talk about the First Amendment rights. We get students to have these conversations that you can't really have out in public. In school, you can talk with your peers, and it's a safe community, and everyone gets to understand that people have different ideas, and it's okay if you disagree. Today at Central Square, we had a veterans table where we encouraged students to write thank you cards to the veterans, and we hand out pins and stickers. We had many great discussions about what it means to be a true American in this country, and we spread a ton of patriotism. And overall, I would just like you to see that this isn't a political club at all. we are growing, and it's not going to stop here. It's not going to stop in Central Square. It's not going to stop in Fulton, and it's not going to stop in New York. We are a growing club, and we will be across the country, and you will be seeing more of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is she a student?
At Central Square.
A student.
You said you were a student
Are
at
you a
Central Square,
student
correct?
or an advisor?
I am a student.
Yeah,
That's what she said.
I couldn't tell.
Okay, thank you.
I know.
All right. Action point 1.07, approve October 28th regular meeting minutes. Could someone move that, please?
Move it.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 6-0-0. All right, we have some meetings coming up through the next couple of months. Our November 18th, we have our Health and Safety Facilities meeting. It is virtual. The 19th is our policy meeting. Remember that that is a new time. It's at 5 o'clock. That is also virtual. November 25th is our next regular Board of Education meeting right here. And then we go into a little Thanksgiving break, and we get to enjoy Thanksgiving with our families. December 3rd, out to City BOCES, there will be a Oswego County School Board Association presentation they have put together with, out there with Roseanne Baines. She will be doing a session on DASA that is open to all board members, our superintendent and his team if they would like to join. Just give a little RSVP and let us know if you're going to join us out there. That is Wednesday, December 3rd. On December 8th, we have a DCC meeting, 5 o'clock at G. Ray Bodley. Tim, you said you were at this point planning on going to that DCC meeting? We can take up to 2 more board members. We just can't. Fallon, you are going? Okay. So we have Tim and Fallon. So that leaves us room for 1 more member if anyone's
I'll
in this
go.
room. Okay, we got Lori. If for some reason somebody cannot make it, just reach out to Desiree so that she can let me know, and then we can open it up to another board member to show up too. So we know life is busy and life happens, so.
I'm going to the December 3rd meeting. IRSVP.
Okay. Did you do it to Desiree, or is this your RSVP right now?
I did
You
it
did
to
send it.
Tom.
Okay, perfect, awesome. All right. Let's see, December 9th, another regular Board of Education meeting, and on the 10th, again, Central New York School Boards Association, there is a roundtable. It is a mental health awareness meeting. That time will be determined. We have a couple of members that are on the Oswego County School Board Association committee, so that would go for those of you who are on. If it's open to all board members, I will reach out and let you know that as well. Health and safety meeting at 3 o'clock on the 16th, and again, policy committee meeting on the 17th, which is again at 5 o'clock. I do not have anything else to add. Does anybody have anything else that was brought up that they wanted added or don't see on the agenda? Okay. Well, with that then, we're going to pass it on over to Mr. Lawrence for the superintendent's report.
All right, thank you. So we do have one item this evening. We're very excited to have our ENL teachers in the department here with us this evening. They are going to be sharing all the different ways that they are supporting our English language learners, ELLs, throughout the day, year, and so on. So they do a tremendous amount of work for our students and their families. So we're happy to hear from them this evening, and I'll turn it over to Mrs. Hendrickson and the rest of the group.
Summarize basically what I was going to say, but
Sorry.
that's all right. So tonight I'm super proud to introduce our incredible English as a new language team. Again, they're going to be presenting this evening to share the meaningful ways that they support our students each and every day. They'll introduce themselves.
I'm Laura Ellison. I'm one of the ENL teachers at Granby.
I'm Liz Rigg. I'm one of the ENL teachers at G. Ray Bodley.
And I'm Mabel Ramos. I am the bilingual tutor for the district.
I'm Holly Ashcraft. I'm an ENL teacher at the Fulton Junior High.
Audrey Curto. I'm one of the ENL teachers at GRB. And I'm Katie Metcalf. I'm an ENL teacher at Granby.
Okay, so ENL stands for English as a New Language, and we are a specialized educational program for students whose first language is not English. And we focus on building learning skills in reading, writing, speaking, and listening. And our goal is just to improve their English proficiency. So although we have our main language is Spanish amongst our students, we also have families in our community who speak Swahili, Thai, French, and Cebuano. Within our ENL program, we have 65 students, and they are in grades K through 12. We have students in Granby, and then at the junior high and at the high school. Of those 65 students, 13 of them are commanding students with services that will end in June of this year and then June of next year. And in this photo, I just thought this was a fun little fact, the students you see here, only 2 of them remain Ls, or English language learners. Everyone else has tested commanding, so I thought that was a nice celebration.
So in New York State, there's 2 ENL service models. There's the standalone on the left, which means a certified ENL teacher will pull out entering and emerging students and offer small group instruction. And some of the programs we use in the Fulton City School District are Language Launch, U-Fly, and Read 180. The second service model that we incorporate here in the Fulton City School District is integrated, meaning the certified ENL teacher will provide support in content area classes and help the students based upon their particular needs. Next slide, please. All right. So up here you see these are the English language proficiency tests in New York State. On the left side, you see we have the NYSETEL, which stands for New York State Identification Test for English Language Learners. So basically what that is an entrance exam for our ENL students. It is the first test given to students who speak or understand another language at home, and students take this test only one time. So when they enter New York State for the first time, they'll take this test. On the right-hand side, we have the NYSESLOT, which stands for New York State English as a Second Language Achievement Test. The NYSESLOT is given every spring to all students who receive ENL services. And basically what it does is it measures how much progress students have made learning English throughout the school year. We do have some updates from the New York State Department of Ed. They recently announced that the NYSETEL and the NYSESLOT, so these 2 tests you see up on the screen, will be changing to WIDA in the spring, fall of next school year.
This is the chart that we use to determine how many minutes the ENL teacher will be with each student depending on their level. So the lower the level the student is, the more time they spend with the ENL teacher. You can move it. And then these are the current levels of our students. So we have 2 that are at the entering level, 10 at the emerging level, 23 at the transitioning level, 16 at expanding, and like Laura said earlier, we have 13 that are commanding. So they will be done with their services in 2 years or less.
So as you can see here, 83% of those who were tested in both the 23-24 and the 24-25 school years improved under English development. We also had 23 students who were new to our ENL program, so that means they either moved to our district and were already in ENL in another district in New York State, or they joined our district and they tested into the program initially with a NYSETEL. We also had 16 students who either exited the ENL program in our district, which means they tested out, they reached that top commanding level and no longer need services, or they're no longer enrolled. Next slide, please. Services we provide as ENL certified teachers, we provide direct language instruction. This means we support our students in their English language development through a combination of push-in or integrated classes, in which we support EL's acquisition of content-related language, and also in pulled-out or standalone classes, in which lower-level ELs, specifically entering and emerging, focus solely on their English language development. We also monitor EL's their progress in their English language acquisition through observation, local assessments that we have aligned to the NYSESLOT exam,
And finally, the Analysis Lab, which is administered each spring. We also aid in ensuring that our ELL students and families have access to all school communications and that they feel comfortable contacting school staff with any questions or concerns about their child. Finally, we collaborate with the content teachers we push into to adapt the content that they are teaching in a way that allows ELLs to achieve the same learning targets as their native English-speaking peers.
So my job as a bilingual tutor is to help bridge the gap for the Spanish-speaking students and families by providing them with translation, interpretation, and classroom support. I also assist families with registration, transportation, and understanding school routines. And I help build strong relationship between families and school staff, lead outreach that celebrates families' culture, and I ensure all students have fair access to learning.
So over the past few years, we've been growing and developing our family engagement with our community, and LABA is a strong component to that. But to build teachers, we've also adapted Parent Square, which is set up right for parents to be in their native language regardless of the family. And then Propio helps parents and teachers communicate using a phone service. And every teacher has access to that within their building. Our programs in school that we utilize also offer bilingual portions of them, so materials can be sent home in native languages. And we are continuously hosting and inviting parents to after-school events and during school events. So looking into the future, as we always do, we're going to continue our professional learning because we should learn something new every day as a practice. We're going to strengthen how we onboard families as a district to make it smoother and easier and friendlier. We're going to make this handbook official and finalize it. And we're going to create celebrations of students who have achieved their ENL completion, if you want to say, to celebrate that hard work so that from the ground up, kids feel that celebration, that honor of look what I've done, and everyone can recognize how impressive it is to learn 1, 2, 3, or sometimes 4 languages depending on the family, because it's impressive. So that's a little bit about this team. We want to thank you for hearing and learning a little bit something new today in case you didn't know.
Thank you for joining us and for all that you do. Katie. I do have one question. Just because I'm curious.
Yeah.
As with any of our other students as well. But when you say you have your commanding students and they're moving out, if they have need for future services, or if there's something that they're needing or their families are needing, do you still help them? Or there's still supports in place if needed, or when they're done, they're ready to go?
No, we've never cut the cord.
Okay.
We build relationships for so long in most cases that parents know exactly who to contact if they still need support. Kids know exactly who they need to get a hold of if they still need support. And it doesn't always have to be an ENL teacher. Sometimes they make really great connections with a specific homeroom teacher they had one time. And I've never met a teacher in this district that's ever said, hey, you don't fall in a category anymore, and didn't receive help. So yeah, there is
great
systems we have in place to still support families once they are labeled a former L. So that means that June service is fully on to enter the formal label. So I can't speak for every family who's experienced it, but I've never met a teacher that I worked with that turned the family away for help.
Over the last 2 years, we've worked with Dan Sherman to develop some icons in School Tool. So underneath the student's picture now, it'll say what level they are, and then if they are former commanding. And then we also have developed student profiles that help with how to scaffold and support the student in the classroom, how to pronounce their name, and things like that. So.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just one more question too. So most of your students are integrated into regular education classrooms,
And you guys are mostly there for support for the students and the teachers? Correct. Okay.
All of our students are integrated into the classroom. No one spends a day just with an ENL teacher.
Do they spend any amount of time with just you?
Depending on where their nicest slot score, or nice to tell if they're new, where it fits. So if they are an entering student, they spend time in that grade level. So if that grade level has other entering or emerging students, they spend time with an ENL teacher separate in the room where we do a U5 program or a learning launch or whatever language development that they have scaffolded for that they need. But if they're an expanding or commanding student, then our services go to in the classroom support with the co-teacher that we work with.
In the handout that's in the packet, this will explain
Well,
this, but we'll also,
look at you, of
what
course.
she's saying, like with the entering, it'll specifically say how much time they have in standalone versus integrated, and then, I explained it to them. Further in like the transition, it can then go from just English class to their science or social studies. So for example, at the junior high, we actually had the students being supported more in social studies, but with the new regents and with how intensive the investigations are, we've switched, and now Holly will be is supporting in science because we felt that that was more of a need, so.
So you guys yourselves go into
Yes.
the classrooms
Yes.
as their support? Okay, thank you.
I just want to say thank you so much for this information. Very clean data. Congratulations on 13 commanding students. That's amazing. And also just your extra data on how many students are entering versus how many students are graduating. I think it's great. I think that it speaks to your success and how much you care about our students. And I thank you so much for being part of that and you know, celebrating learning the English language. And I hope that they also know that their native language is really important too, and it's an amazing skill to have. So thank you for helping, empowering our students.
Okay, thank you. All right,
That's it.
that's it. All right.
Yes.
Ken, how are you?
I'm good, how are you guys?
We are great. So thank you for joining us tonight, and I'm sure you have a lot for us for your students. Report. I know you've been working on some things, so share with us.
I just mainly have one thing, which goes based off of what I've been working with Mr. Lawrence and some of our Board of Education members here, which has been to have a meeting with the mayor regarding the sidewalks, which is a long-term goal. And so far, we met with him, it was Mr. Lawrence, Mr. Murray, Mr. and Mrs. Hendrickson, sat in on the meeting, and I believe we were truly able to get some stuff done. So Mayor Rice already had the goal of having a crossing guard for 2026 over by the high school, which is by Cedar Street and 4th. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, you proposed an idea of a speed reduction in the area, and as far as I know of, the mayor did put that in with the police.
He was going to have a meeting with the chief of police, who's actually here tonight, but.
In the process.
To put speed reduction in to help.
For both sections out by 176 and Cedar Street, or just the 4th and Cedar Street? 3rd and 3rd, 4th, okay.
So yeah, that's basically how far we've gotten, which I would say pretty successful considering the meeting.
Yeah, great, definitely. Thank you so much for taking this on. We really appreciate you bringing this back to the school board's attention and sitting in on the meetings. That's great. Awesome. All right, moving on to action 5.01, accept financials. Would somebody move that?
Move it. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 5.02, approve disposal of surplus property.
Move it.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 5.03 is to approve Phase 5 award bid, the withdrawal request.
Move it.
Second.
Yeah.
Jen, were you second? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 5.04 is to approve the Phase 5 award bid for the mechanical contract.
Move it.
Second.
Fallon, was that Jess? Jess. Okay.
I had Jess.
Okay. And Lori, all right. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Under new business, we have action 6.01 to approve committee on special education.
Move it.
Second?
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 6.02 to approve the policies.
Move it.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 6.03, approve the extracurricular club of America. Somebody
Move it.
Jen?
Second.
Lori? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining?
Aye.
Passes 501. Action 6.04, approve the extracurricular creators club.
Move it.
Second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 6.05 is to approve the extracurricular Dungeons and Dragons club.
Move it.
Second?
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 6.06 to approve the 2025-2026 budget calendar.
Move it.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Could I ask my colleagues if someone would be interested in batching personnel 7.01 to 7.10?
Move it.
Second.
Fallon and Lori. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. All right. I'm going to move on to board forum. Jess, would you like to start this evening?
I would love to thank everybody for coming out. Gwen, thank you for your update on the great work that we've done so far with getting the city involved in making our schools safer. I was doing a little bit of research, and there is a national walk and bike to school day, which happens twice a year. One just happened in October, but there will be one coming in the spring, and it might be a time that our schools can get together and all walk to school together, and parents and the city can also get involved to hopefully make that walk to school feel safer.
Do you know what date that is?
October 8th was the one that just happened, and it should be May 7th, 2025 is coming up.
Okay.
Which sounds like a fun thing that can get a lot of just awareness out to the cause. And I thank you to the ENL group for showing us what is going on in school. And congratulations on all your hard work and your student success. Thank you to Josephine Smith for eloquently talking about Club America, and I hope that you have a very successful group. And thank you to Mila for coming in from Central Square to support her and to support the student voice. And I hope that it is a nonpartisan group that is supportive to all members of the community and that it's successful.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. Hutchinson. Fallon.
Can't really say anything else. Ditto with what my colleagues stated. Thank you for the presentations tonight and for our students and our voices speaking out. Great presentations on our ENL, and that's about it from me.
All right, thank you. Ms. Kroll.
Same thing. But I thank everybody for coming here, for whatever your reason is. Thank you for being here. And I love all the presentations because I learn a lot too of what's going on in the school. It's been a while since I was in high school, so it's nice to learn. And thank you all, and I hope all the clubs are successful.
All right, thank you. Jen, Ms. Mayville?
Ditto on everything that my colleagues have said, and I really love seeing everybody in the crowd. This makes me very happy. It makes me feel like we're becoming more involved as a community, and I hope you feel like your voices are being heard, because we want you to be heard. That is why we are here. So, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Connors?
I think it's all been said already. I just want to thank the administrative team, Renee for reaching out to me ahead of time for the ENL presentation so I understood all the pictures, Doug for opening, constant communication to us as a board whenever a question comes in, whenever it's going, he's always reaching back out and everything. And, for me, I can't appreciate that enough. So thank you for everyone involved. Thank you for all the students who came out and are working on advocacy, sharing their points. That's so important. I know I might be biased because I'm a communication studies major, but I think anytime you can get up there, you can speak, you can eloquently share what's going on, but you can also put it in such a way to help people understand why things are the way they are. I think that's a real skill, and I appreciate we have so many young adults in our district that are able to do that confidently.
Thank you. Well, thank you for joining us this evening. It is nice to see people with us. We get kind of bored, like Mrs. Mandel said, when we're by ourselves. So we love that the community has come out. I love hearing about the ENL. I mean, was it 16 people, 13. Kids? 13? I mean, that's great. You guys are doing a great job, and we appreciate all that you are doing. So thank you. I'm not going to take up too much more of your time because my colleagues have said everything that they needed to say. But I will open the floor back up to a second public forum. If there's anybody who wants to speak about anything that was on tonight's agenda, you are welcome to join us at this time. Yep, go ahead and go right on up. Just state your name and let us know what you have to offer us.
I'm Luca PK. I go to G. Red College as a junior. No, I don't know if it's too late now since it got passed and everything, but I just wanted to bring up some concerns I had with the Club America, and if anyone representing it could help me out with that.
Sure.
I have
3 minutes. Yep, got 3 minutes. Okay.
Now I have some peers that were concerned with it, just because of the communities they come from and I guess group it was started by with Charlie Kirk and all of them on I get that it might be opening 12, but it could take just a couple people to bring it all crashing down. I'm not saying it might, but a lot of my friends are in the LGBTQ community, and they had concerns with how it might pan out if something negative does end up coming out of it. I'm not saying it will, but like I previously said, it takes just a couple people to make something bad out of a good thing. I want to make sure that on behalf of my peers that it doesn't turn into anything negative. I'm not trying to go after it in bias, but like I previously said, I know a lot of people who aren't necessarily completely comfortable with it, and just because of people that started it and their views on certain things, I just don't want to see sort of bias around it,
And we appreciate your concerns.
Yes.
And if you want to leave your name and contact information with us, you can leave it with Ms. Trude. Mr. Lawrence would welcome any questions that you have. There's with any group, we have our advisors. They're there put into place to make sure that the community is safe for all that are involved, but by any means, please reach out, leave your information with us, because if you have questions, we can make sure that Mr. Lawrence reaches back out as the superintendent to address any of your concerns. Does that sound fair?
Yeah. Thank you.
All school groups are required to uphold the school code of conduct, and we hope that there is no issue
Yep.
and that everybody feels safe.
Like I said, like I
We'll let
don't
Mr. Lawrence get back to him with that, so, yeah.
see like anything bad with the people that may be interested. However, I do know there's a couple here or there students that would like gladly like try and make something negative out of it. I saw, I think it was last year, my sophomore year, one of my friends was bullied a little bit just because of their sexual orientation. So, like, I don't want to see anything.
And neither do we, so Mr.
Right.
Lawrence will definitely reach out to you, so please make sure you leave your information, okay?
Yeah,
We can talk.
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you for addressing us. Anybody else interested in second public forum? Okay. There is no executive session, so we will move on to adjournment. If there's anybody who wants to move that? Move it. Second, okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 6-0-0. Thank you so much for joining us this evening and have a great night.